Hello, I'm filming this intro while I'm editing because I thought the lighting wasn't that bad, but it's really bad and I'm sorry for it. But the bookshelves are the thing that I need to be filming and they're perpendicular to the window. So there's like a really shady side and a really light side, but I didn't want to film it from an angle because I wanted to be able to see both of them, if that makes sense. So I'm sorry for that in advance, and I'm going to let myself inside this video explain what we're going to do. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time, but we're back and we have a video we did a year ago where I have to put all my books back on my bookshelf. I made myself a matcha because I need it to tackle this task. I had to bring up all my books from downstairs. They were in boxes. I had to take half of the books out of the box so I could even lift the box up and bring it up the stairs. I had 5 boxes and some books that were left out of the boxes. And I think it's maybe 215 books. I don't know, we'll need to count once they're all on the shelves. Let's talk about the game plan. As you can see, I have 1 box, 2, 3. I have 2 on the bed and I have a lot of books where you're standing, which is my desk, and some on my nightstand. I used to have, let me see if I can show you better. The top 2 shelves were fantasy. One was Sarah J. Maas, the other one was the rest of my fantasy. Then we had a shelf which was small town cowboy romances. Then we had a few shelves that were series and authors all put together. Then we had another romance shelf that was basically different series. I know the lighting isn't the best, sorry. And then we also had a shelf that was kind of standalone books or part of series, but that the second book wasn't out yet. And then in the bottom, that one was empty. Here we had historical fiction, thrillers, and basically books that don't have like a lot to be grouped with because I don't buy a lot of that specific genre. I know some shelves were up to the brim and some books have come in that are supposed to go there. So let's see what we do. I'm going to go like little by little. The problem is also that the books aren't with the books they belong. I mean, like if I have a 6-book series, maybe the 6 books aren't together and they're scattered throughout the boxes. So I need to figure that out first. I'll have to check on my phone every single series just because I don't trust myself to remember that the series goes like that. Like, I think it's like that. I'm pretty sure, but you never know. So, and I also don't remember, like, I think I'm going to start putting the first book over here so they go this way, because to read it isn't fine, but in my head it's like left to right, you know? So I think I'm going to do that. We will see. Once again, I need to talk to you. I'm going to put on my bookshelf the first book that hasn't been on my bookshelf or like wasn't on my bookshelf before the books came out, and it's House of Flame and Shadows. I read this book when it came out on my Kindle just because the copy didn't match my editions and I don't want to buy a copy that didn't match because I already bought the other ones. So yeah, let's put it up here. House of Earth and Blood, House of Sky and Breath, House of Flame and Shadow. This is my Sarah J. Maas shelf. I'm almost out of matcha and out of space. I have a lot of books left. Let me show you. Well, I have one down there. Then I have these over here. These, the ones that aren't even like... I also have these, and these. So I have no idea what I should do because I feel like thrillers and general historical fiction are going to be on one space only, because if I need one full shelf, if I remember correctly, for my Addicted Galloway Sister series and all my Jessa Hastings books, and I think it was tight, and now I have one more Jessa Hastings, so I don't even know if that's going to fit properly. Maybe it also had my Boys of Tommen, which again also received the last book from that, so I'm stressing out. My skin is like itching from the heat. I don't know if I should sit down for a bit and stop, but if I stop now, it's going to be like this for like 5 or 6 days. So let's continue. I'm done. Let me show you. Okay, here we have this shelf. And I have this one. I have literally no more space to grow. Like, I have, but I would have to switch things up. I don't like those books there. I think I'm going to just put them like that on the top shelf, like the Boys of Tommen series. I don't have space to grow. These books are not supposed to be here. They're supposed to be here because they're sports romances, but well, I'm going to have lunch and I'm going to come back and explain everything. Okay, I had lunch and I finished my book, so now I'm ready to do a little tour throughout the bookshelves. You have the fish eye lens. I don't know if you can tell by the borders, but I think I'll keep it like this because it's easier to show everything. Let me put you on a tripod. Let's start up here. We have Sarah J. Maas. I've read all of this shelf. As you will see, I'm not an irresponsible buyer because I read most of the books I buy immediately. So I don't have like a 200 book TBR or anything. Over here we have my other fantasy shelf, which is completely full. Once I buy Fearless, I don't know where it's going to be because I'll have to move some things around. Maybe I'll move Midnight Sun because it's kind of a romance, not really fantasy for me, so I'll just move it down or something. I've read everything from this shelf except for Twin Crowns and Cursed Crowns. I bought these books in Edinburgh. I didn't really find a lot of the books I was looking for, and I wanted to have some books from that trip, so I bought these two. At the time, I was fine with YA. Since I bought them, I don't really like it. I need to give them a try, but today's not the day. Let's move down. Over here we have Emily Henry, Kate Canterbury, Annabelle Monaghan, Abby Jimenez, Hannah Bonham Young, Carly Fortune, Cara Bastone, and Krista Margarici. Read all of these. I put them together because just same authors, you know. Let's move on to the shelf over here. We have Kennedy Ryan, Liz Stomford, Elle Kennedy, Maureen Kennedy, Sarah Adams, Becca Mack, and Carly Robin. All of these books are sports romances, that's why they're here, and these two are also sports romances, but they didn't fit. I've read all of them, and these two also. Let's continue over here because we're already here. Let's see, where can I stand? Here we have Kennedy Ryan, Lucy Score, Lauren Asher. These are also sports romances. They're F1 romances. Again, I've read all this shelf. Let's jump over here. Okay, we have Daphne Berry. I've read way more than this, but her books are usually expensive because they're not always published by publishers, so they're kind of expensive. So I usually read them on my Kindle. We have this. We have Elsie Silver, all of her books that are out at the moment. Also read all of these. We have Catherine Coles, I think that's how you pronounce it. This is the Sparrow Falls series, and I've read the first 4. I haven't read Chasing Shelter, the third book that I haven't read for my physical TBR. It just got to my house like 2 weeks ago, I think, so it's fine. And I hadn't seen them all together, I think, because I received them after taking my books out of my bookshelf. So it's the first time I see them all together, and they're so pretty. Like, let me film a clip with or a picture with my phone with the little animals. So cute. Well, insects. Here you have the Rebel Blue Ranch series by Lila Sage. This is the full series, and now she's coming out with a new one. Also read all of them. Let's move down. Over here, sorry for the lighting, I don't know what to do. But we have like a mixture of things here. We have Ella Mays, Elena Armas, read all of these. Ashley Boston, also read all. Ali Hazelwood, read all. Megan Quinn, read all. Sarah Adams, read all of them. Here we have the Laurie Gilmore series, which is called Dream Harbor, I think. Also read all of them. Begin Days and Sundays and Ghost Seed, also read them. Down here we have our mixture shelf, let's call it. We have Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I haven't read that one. We have 2 Gabriel 7 books, also read and loved. A Man Called Ove, Lessons in Chemistry is one of my favorite reads of this year. And I have 3 Kristen Hanna books. I've read The Nightingale, but I haven't read The Great Alone or Winter Garden. And over here we have The Hunger Games. Love this series with all my heart. The new book is amazing. If you haven't read The Reaping, you need to, because amazing. I had so much fun. A 5-star reads for me from this year, but I don't have the copy because I wanted to have it in the same edition, and I think it's not out yet, so I read on my Kindle. And we have the Naturals series, also love, and I'm not a thriller reader, but I really enjoyed this series. And we also have Where the Crawdads Sing. I also bought this one in Edinburgh. Okay, over here we have a mixture of romances. Then we have Mariana Zapata, one of my favorite authors also. One of Rebecca Yarros. I also love her. She breaks my heart with her romances, but if you're in the mood for it, it's a really good author for that. And also, obviously, her fantasy series, Fourth Wing. It's not the name of the series, but I can't, for the life of me, learn the name of that series. And then we have The Boys of Tommen that I took from underneath because I prefer them to be stacked like this and not like this. And over here we have my Jessa Hastings books. I love the Magnolia Parks series, and I loved The Conditions of Will, but I hated Never. Well, I didn't hate it, I didn't love it. I didn't want to keep reading, if I'm being honest. It was infuriating reading that book. But when the second one comes out, I'll give it a try, because it's a series, so maybe the first one isn't the best. That happens a lot of times. And then we have my Addicted / Callaway Sister series. It's completed. These are my most expensive books from my bookshelf, like this whole shelf, because they're pretty expensive. And for the Addicted Callaway Sister series, I think I've spent 25 euros or more in each book. So this was my bookshelf tour. I don't know if there's any more books. I forgot to say which ones I haven't read from these 2 shelves. Basically, the only one I haven't read is Releasing 10 from The Boys of Tommen. I've read the rest of the series. I've read the whole Addicted / Callaway, all the Magnolia Parks from these romance books. Also, all of them. I think I'm going to get rid of this book and just take it to a second-hand bookstore or something, because I really didn't enjoy it. It was like a 2.5 stars, and it's really difficult for me to not like a book, because usually I'm fine if it's boring. It doesn't happen very often because I read so much. I know what I like, and I usually like all the books I read, if I'm being honest, just because I've curated my author list. I usually follow recs from readers that read the same things I read. When I try reading Twin Crowns, if I don't like it, I'll just get rid of those 2 also. But I'm obsessed specifically with these 2 shelves here, my Emily Henry, Abby Jimenez, all this stuff, and the Small Town series down here, because I love. So I would love to know how you organize your bookshelves, what categories you have them in, how do you divide your shelves, what do you want to put together, do you prefer to put together authors or genres, or how do you do it? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!